Hey guys, it's been way too long since I've vlogged or put anything out on my channel. And it's kind of funny that I would choose this to come back with, and sorry for all this, I'm actually at work, but you know, it's been one of those days where things just haven't gone the way I really wanted it to, and it's been rough, and I've gone through probably 1.5 million emotions today. Gotta readjust okay. I've probably gone through 1.5 million emotions today that honestly I could have probably done without half of them, and it really just kind of ruined my day as a whole at first. And then I realized how I can use everything I've gone through today for something better. And I have been working with my students, because I'm a teacher, on anti-bullying, especially because October is Anti-Bully Awareness Month. And so I've been trying to promote how to be a good friend, how to treat each other the nice way, how to approach somebody correctly, how to, you know, just different ways to express yourself. And the thing with my kids is that, you know, they're little, they're young, and by my kids I mean my students. They don't really know how to express themselves yet, other than saying simple words and phrases, and of course they don't really understand certain humor, certain sarcasm, and other kids know how to deliver it. Well, that got me thinking, especially after everything today, that even as adults, we don't really know how to take criticism, and we so quickly jump to a conclusion, and we can't stop and think about what another person is feeling. Right away we feel offended and want to defend ourselves against anything that might be coming our way, and automatically something turns into this huge fight. And it's ridiculous, really, because as adults we should be able to talk to one another and figure out how to come up with a better solution. And that's just something that doesn't happen at all. Well, rarely. And the other part I was thinking about, to go along with the bullying and everything else, is that a lot of the times as adults we also feel bullied. Of course, we're not going to call it bullying as an adult, but we do. We feel, you know, whether it be teased or left out or unwanted, or for whatever reason as an adult somebody else makes us feel bad. That's just an older version of being bullied. Same thing that happens at school. And I'm not embarrassed to say that I was a victim of online bullying. Really, if you really dissect what everything is, today I was oddly online, like I was a victim of Facebook post, I guess you would say, and it was really ridiculous because it came from somebody who I respected as an adult, and as the result of somebody else I trusted, and it just really made me realize how easy it is to blow trust. And so I was having this conversation with this individual, and trying to talk to her about just different things that are going on, how she's feeling, how I'm feeling, I guess. And then all of a sudden I'm looking on Facebook, which I guess, you know, everyone knows the Facebook rule, and I see this post that somebody she knew posted, and you know, it's one of those things like, you know, and it's directed towards a certain situation, and in this case it was, and it was completely ridiculous and unrelated to anything that I felt, and I felt victimized. I really do. And I know it's kind of a childish emotion to feel, but at the same time I can't help from feeling that. So I backtracked all of this and just kind of thought about the situation as a whole, not just from my side, not just from her side, but as a whole. And I realized what it comes down to is that we forget about the golden rule. We forget that we need to treat others how we want to be treated. And that goes in both a good way and a bad way. You know, if we are happy people and positive and we, you know, express that towards others and we radiate those feelings, then the people around us are going to be positive and happy and want us around and want us to be in their lives, because people like happy people. People don't like to feel, you know, unhappy. They really don't. But as it goes, or as the saying goes, misery loves company. If you're going to radiate negative feelings, unhappiness, without being able to express why, or just in general you're expressing negativity and it's radiating from you, it's going to be really hard to have other people want you around. And it's really important to remember that your own attitude often affects the way other people treat you. So a lot of times, I guess I've just realized that it's important to see where others are coming from. And just because they are coming off as one way doesn't necessarily mean that they mean to, but it's also important to stop and realize if something is going on in your life that you don't like, maybe you need to step back and realize, what am I doing to influence other people's behaviors? And to really relate this to my kids, I was thinking how the golden rule is so important, and there's a big reason why they call it the golden rule. You know, gold is such a special color. It sparkles, and it's, you know, known for being like winter related, and it's just something that we need to remember is important. And I feel like if I teach my students how to be nice, how to be good, but how to be genuinely good-hearted people, then it will eliminate so much of the bullying and teasing and thinking that differences is negative, because, you know, differences are something to be celebrated. And I want them to understand that just because we think differently and seem to be a little bit different, that it doesn't matter, and that as long as they're good-hearted people and come off happy and are happy people, then other people are going to treat them the same exact way. Other people are going to be happy around them and want them around and be excited when they're there. So I think it's important as adults for us to realize too that we need to be those happy people. We need to be those positive people. And if we expect other people to want us around and to enjoy our company, we need to remember the golden rule. Like, treat others the way you want to be treated. And honestly, I hope that this will at least influence somebody out there to maybe act a little happier, realize that, you know, life is a blessing and that it can be what you make it. So with that being said, October is Anti-Bullying Awareness Month, and talk to your kids about bullying. What is bullying? Remember that most times they don't know how to express themselves, and it's really important to help them understand the difference between what's being a bully and what's not, and how to accept the way other people talk or say things, because we don't always say things the same way. And as adults, I think it's really important that we remember just to be respectful of one another, and instead of having a negative attitude about so many things, which is really easy to do. It is so easy to slip into a negative attitude right away and be defensive, because that's like our sense of protection and that's how we guard ourselves. But instead of doing that, more times than not, other people are going to want to help, and other people are going to want to be there to support you. And it's really important to stop, maybe refresh your mood, refresh your attitude, and realize that if you want others to be there for you, you kind of have to express that too. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Don't forget to thumbs up if you want to see more videos like this, comment below, subscribe, and all that good stuff, and I'll see you next time.